Good afternoon, everybody in funeral service. John O'Hara, Great Lakes Partnership. I hope this finds everybody healthy and well through the earlier part of the week. Wanted to reach out from a video perspective to talk a little bit about the bulletin that came through yesterday, but notified today by the state of Michigan Department of Insurance and Financial Services from the desk of Anita Scott, allowing temporary issue of temporary resident producer license here in the state of Michigan, which is a big deal in the COVID crisis, whether the funeral home needs to have a funeral director appointed in the interim, to have an insurance license to produce the prearrangement contracts from afar and virtually or on Zoom, Skype, Facebook Live, whatever the like is. The idea of now having the ability to obtain temporarily a resident producer license as a funeral director, funeral professional, whatever the case may be, is a big thing during this state shutdown. So good news from working with homesteaders and other partners in the region to make this super important on the director's desk, and we did hear back from her personally. Good news is, effective immediately, temporary producer license will be issued for a period of 90 days. Those applicants that are applying for the license will have it issued again for a period of 90 days or 30 days after the cessation of the government emergency. And it should not last more than 180 days, so 6 months, right? And you must be a resident of the state of Michigan, excuse me. And you're also going to need to be appointed by a sponsor who is already licensed as a limited life license holder. So someone inside the funeral home, someone that you know personally that may be licensed, a pre-arrangement counselor that you could be sponsored by them. And the sponsor must maintain a record of all producers, operating under the temporary license, and the business that's transacted by those individual license holders. Excuse me. So at the end of this, at the most 180 day cycle, this license may be converted to a limited life license in full, but you will have to take that examination at one of what currently is the PSI examination centers sprinkled throughout the state of Michigan. So we will wait and see. There is a section here talking about remote testing, in which I'm assuming some of these documents are kind of hard to follow. This is the actual bulletin, from DFIS, but they are exploring options. I'm assuming for worst case scenario of actually testing from remotely to obtain the license, but that sounds like that is secondarily in priority to getting folks issued. Again, this can be found on the Department of Financial Insurance Services. It's on our Facebook page. It's on our LinkedIn page. It can pretty easily be followed. There is a requirement as well that you need to complete your online prerequisite courses. In this case, your only option would be that online version of the prerequisite courses. So you have to be 18 years of age, of course. You have not committed any act listed in Section 1239. And again, this link will be embedded in this video as well. And has completed the pre-licensing course of study for the qualifications for which the person has applied. So in our case, in funeral service, that life only, which I recommend going through Kaplan, Kaplan.com, the online education. There's a couple different versions. There is, a video with self-study. There's complete self-study with just an online version. Once you complete those courses, you will be certified to then apply for that temporary license. And then again, the kind of last piece here is the sponsoring insurer must file the request to sponsor a temporary producer licensee form, and that is in the DFIS link. that we will provide in this video. So wanted to update you on that big news today coming out of Lansing that someone in the funeral home, if you should find yourself needing to get them or yourself, if you're a small operator and you do it all, if you need a temporary license to get things back to normalcy in terms of business-wise on the pre-arrangement side, don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help, and wishing you all the best out there in these times, and God bless.